Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited. I'm gonna get straight into it. This is another day in the life. This is a day in the life with gastroparesis, which is the stomach condition I have, which kind of spreads throughout my entire GI system. Like, none of my organs work: stomach, intestines, bladder, colon, all of that stuff. It just doesn't work properly. So today this is going to be a day in the life of that. Before we get into the video, I just want to do a little quick thank you to Function of Beauty for sponsoring this video. I worked with them before. You guys know I absolutely love their product. So if you guys don't know, Function of Beauty is basically a custom shampoo that you can customize to your hair goals. I feel like it's super important for me, and I know a lot of girls, it's really important to look after your hair and use the best products. You know, I feel like it's so hard to find a shampoo and conditioner that works for your hair, because everyone has such different hair types and hair goals. So this is perfect because you basically get to choose your hair goals, your hair type, and it gets custom to your hair, so it's gonna work for you. But basically it's super easy. You take a 2-minute quiz outlining your hair type and hair goals, and then your personalized preferences, the color you want and the fragrance you want, or no fragrance. There's no parabens, sulfates, GMOs or toxins. It's 100% vegan and cruelty free. So this is the shampoo, and it says Function of Amy Lee on the side. I'm going to go through my goals, what I chose real quick. So my hair, my profile is wavy hair, medium, and oily, because I do get oily hair. And my goals: anti-frizz, fix split ends, lengthen, replenish hair, and strengthen. And then my fragrance is peach, because it smells amazing. And what I've noticed since using this, because I've been using this for, gosh, 7 or 8 months, my hair doesn't get oily as quickly. Like, normally after using normal shampoo, it would get oily after 2 days. I can go over a week without washing my hair and it will still not be oily, which is amazing. Definitely I've noticed a big difference in how quickly my hair grows. It's definitely growing a lot quicker. And my split ends are, I have pretty much no split ends. I mean, my ends are a little bit dry at the end, but they're not split at all, which is amazing. This is the box that it comes in, just a green box. And you get some stickers and stuff to help decorate your bottle, and they've actually sent me a little bag with some travel size bottles, which is amazing. But that does come separate if you want to buy the travel size. You have to buy that separately. And these are the bottles. They are so beautiful. Oh my days. On the side it says Function of Amy Lee, which is so cute. You can pick what you want to write. I just chose that. And obviously they come with the pumps included as well. You don't have to buy those or anything. So Function of Beauty have been so amazing, and they've given me a discount code for you guys. So if you click on the link in the description, you guys can get 20% off your first order. And I'll put up on screen the countries that it's available in. It's available in most places. So guys, I really highly recommend it. It has done wonders for my hair. You guys know I wouldn't lie to you. I've been literally recommending it to all my friends, and those that have tried it, they absolutely love it. And even my family as well. So yeah, go check it out, guys. Thank you so much, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Good morning, guys. Hello. Should I say hello, welcome back to my channel? Or good morning, guys. I'm assuming there's going to be a intro to this, so this is going to make some sense. Today, I wanted to film another day in the life. I wanted to do a day in the life with gastroparesis. I know I've done something similar to this, but it was years ago. It's not my most watched video, but that video did really well. And I wanted to talk a bit about my life with gastroparesis and the things that it involves. And today we're starting off with an appointment at the hospital, which is kind of related to gastroparesis. I suffer with low blood sugars. I don't get high blood sugars, but I get low blood sugars. So I'm under the endocrinology team at my hospital, and they deal with that. We're actually meant to be getting a continuous glucose monitor. I don't know if I'm getting it today or not, but we'll see what they say. So yeah, I'm going to take you along to my appointment. I'll film what I can. I'll do my best. And good morning, I hope you guys are well, and let's go. Hey guys, so I'm home now. The appointment was kind of a bit of a waste of time. So you know how I said about that I needed the continuous glucose monitor? This is not something that I'm getting permanently. I would absolutely love a Dexcom, but they're just so expensive. And because I'm not a diabetic, I just can't get one basically, which sucks because I really struggle with my blood sugars. So anyway, basically figured it all out. I said, look, I don't want to waste the doctor's time because I'm basically going to go in there and he's going to say, well, you haven't had the monitor, so you need to go have the monitor put on. Which I can't do for a couple weeks, but I've got 3 appointment letters. One's for the 12th of November, which isn't too far away. I think that's next week or the week after. The 12th is next Tuesday, so that's not too bad. So I'm getting the monitor put on then, and then I'll get it taken off the following Tuesday, which is the 19th. And then the next day, which is the 20th, a Wednesday, I will see the doctor and get the results, because when they take it off, they download all the like data of it when you get it taken off. And then yeah, I'll see the doctor the next day to get the results, to see how often I'm getting hypos and how low they're actually going. Yeah, that's a little update on that. Another thing that kind of comes along with gastroparesis is because you're vomiting so much, you become very dehydrated, which means I have to run fluids on top of my TPN. So this is my TPN, this little bad boy here that's empty because that's last night's bag. So that's the nutrition that I get, but I have to keep on top of my hydration as well. So I will be running fluids today. Today is my fluids day. I'm really tired now, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a nap and a rest, reply to some emails, and then I'll come and set up some IV fluids. Okay, so I'm not going to show you guys how I set up my fluids because I've set up TPN and other things before. So I'll link that video up the top, you can go watch that. It's basically the exact same process, it's just instead of a TPN bag, it's a bag of fluids. So I have 2 types. I have Plasma Light, which basically mimics what what's in your blood. And it has electrolytes in it, like potassium, magnesium, you know, all that good stuff. And then this is just like normal saline, which is basically just salt water. This has to be run over 4 hours, like minimum. This can be run as quickly as you like, so, but I usually run it at an hour if I'm feeling dehydrated. Today I do have to be somewhere, so because I have to be somewhere, I'm choosing to run the saline because I can run it a lot quicker than what I can run with the Plasma Light. So we're going to set this up and get some hydration in me. Okay, so you can see it says volume to be infused is 1,000 mils and the rate is 500, which means I'm running it over 2 hours. It's going to sound very loud because it's going to pump it quickly. It's kind of annoying, but if you're watching television or something, like it kind of just blends into the background after a while. And this is the bag. Sodium chloride, 0.9%, intravenous infusion. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And you just basically check the expiry date, which is December 2020, which is like next year, so we're good. And yeah, that's basically the fluids are up and running. Hydration is key. Well, it is key when you have gastroparesis and you vomit as much as I do. Another thing that I want to talk about that I didn't mention in my other gastroparesis video, because you vomit so much, it rots your teeth. The bile, like the acid, like basically rots your teeth. And that's something that I've been struggling with at the moment. I've had a lot of damage to my teeth. I've had a tooth that fell out, and I had a lot of other damaged teeth that needed like work on them. And I've still got more work to be done, but I'm leaving it for now. Like, I can handle with what they've done at the moment. I really hate the dentist, but it's really important now that I go for regular checkups just to, you know, make sure my teeth can be as good as they can. But I do know eventually they are gonna all fall out, and that is the most terrifying thing for me at the moment. I can deal with the, you know, agonizing pain. I can deal with vomiting every day, but losing my teeth, it scares me so much. But it is the reality of having gastroparesis. I just wanted to mention that because it's something that people don't talk about, and I think it's really important that people know that, you know, it's not just vomiting and it's not just pain. Like, there's so many other side effects that gastroparesis causes. It's just awful. But another thing which I have showed in my other video, which again was filmed like a couple of years ago, because back when I was living in England, and in November Tom and I would have been in Australia 2 years, which is absolutely crazy. It does not feel like, if you guys have watched my channel like long term and you're a long term subscriber and you're still watching me, thank you. But another thing is extreme bloating, which causes really bad pain. Like, I've just taken some pain meds and some ondansetron, which is like an anti-sickness tablet that goes under your tongue. I'll try and show you next time I take it. But yeah, extreme bloating. I'm about to show you my bloat, and this is just like from not eating or drinking. This is how bad it is. So if you can imagine how bad it is when I do eat or drink, I generally look like I'm pregnant. Like, I've had to undo my jeans to allow the pressure, but yeah, it's just awful. Look at that. Generally look like I'm pregnant. So I've just got my heat pack on my stomach, well, over my jeans, because I don't want it to burn my skin, but just to give me some relief. The heat from the heat pack is just so nice. It's an awful condition or disease to have. Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Having paralyzed organs is just, unless you've experienced it yourself, it's unimaginable pain, and it's just every day. It never lets up. It's relentless, and you know, it's a scary thing to think that your organs may never work again. I mean, I'm hopeful that eventually one day I can get off all these medications and IV fluids and TPN, and one day I hope that my organs will wake up again and start working and digesting things. But I'm not giving up hope, but I do want to spread awareness and show you guys this is what it's like to live with these things. Today is quite a bad day for my organs. You know, I have better days where I can eat and drink without too much pain, and I'll drain it later on. But days when it's like this, you just, you know, even a sip of water is just agonizing, and you just can't have anything. You've just got to take your meds and hope for the best. But yeah, this is quite a bad day for me. Hey guys, so another thing of gastroparesis is because of your GI system doesn't work, it means you get, like, it can't absorb things properly, which means you get a lot of hypos, especially during the day when I'm not on my TPN. So I feel quite shaky now, like I've got one. So I'm going to test my blood sugars and see how low it is. And depending on how low it is will depend on what I'm going to do. If it's not too low, then I'm going to have some of these. These are just sweets, like hard-boiled sweets, that I'm going to suck and rub into my gums. And if it's really low, like in the 2s, then I'm going to use my injection, and hopefully it's not too low, because I really don't feel like injecting myself. Okay, it's not too bad. I think we can work with the sweets. It's 3.2. I'm not sure what that is in American values, but I'll put it up on screen. But I can feel it dropping, and when it starts to drop, it does drop, keep dropping and dropping. But I'll keep that near me just in case it drops more and I need to use it, and then we'll see how we'll go and see what it comes up to. I just want to say another thing about gastroparesis is because, like, you know, my stomach can't process things and it can't absorb things, I have to put all my medications down my feeding tube, which is this thing here. And now I've just got my meds in the syringes, like my nightly meds that I'm doing. But yeah, that's another thing that I just thought of. I do multiple times a day. You guys have seen it in my other videos. I guess it specifically relates to gastroparesis because that's the whole reason I've got the feeding tube in the first place. One side to vent and drain, so like bile and things like that, and the other side is to do medications, and that goes into the intestines. So it's one tube, but it kind of splits off into 2 directions, where like the first part of the tube stays in the stomach, and then it has an extension, and the second part is the one that goes into the intestines. Med time. And we're also connected to my TPM, which is the IV nutrition, which is up and running. You can't really see that well because it has a bag on it that's to protect it from the light. But again, that I'm on TPN for gastroparesis / intestinal failure, because my body can't, my organs don't work anymore basically. The glare on my glasses is really frustrating, so let me just take them off. Okay, so another thing which I have talked about on my channel before is that I can't absorb things like tablets, especially vitamins. That's a big thing. Obviously I do get a majority of my vitamins and electrolytes and all that stuff, fats, lipids, from my TPN, but certain things, you know, I can't get from my TPN, or I need a top up, like for example vitamin D comes from the sun, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I have a pain patch which helps with my pain, and it gets absorbed like through the skin into the bloodstream, so again it's bypassing my digestive system. And I also have these. So yeah, basically I have these patches. They're called, what are they called? They're from Patch MD, which is the company. So we've got sleeping one, B12, this is to help keep your skin clear, vitamin D and calcium and iron. So these are things that I'm low in, not necessarily the sleep one or the keep like your skin clear, but the B12, the iron and the vitamin D / calcium, I'm low in them. So instead of taking vitamin tablets to help my levels go up, I wear patches. As you can see, I have a lovely reaction there from yesterday's patches. That's due to my mast cell disorder, which I actually did a video on safe products if you guys are interested, so I'll link that up the top. But yeah, this is like what a reaction looks like basically. Even though they still react, I still don't have much of a choice. Like I have to have these because I can't get them any other way. Like I need to absorb them. So we're switching arms. We're gonna do up here for tonight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't react. So these are what the patches look like. You can't really see, but they're little squares, and basically you just peel it off. You just peel it off like that, a little patch, and you pop it on like so. And then basically I do that for all of them. But yeah, I just want to show you guys the patches. And I guess there's another gastroparesis thing, because of gastroparesis I can't absorb like tablets, so patches are an amazing alternative. I'll try and leave the website down below, but I'm sure if you just Google Patch MD you guys can find them. So this is kind of this is the next day, but this is like the aftermath of what happened last night. I was being sick in the toilet and draining into the toilet, but I also had the sick bag with, like, you know, next to me. I was sat on the floor. This is a empty ondansetron wrapper, which is an anti-sickness on the floor. Most nights, if it's been a really, really bad night, then I will leave these things and clean them up in the morning. And then on top of the toilet, I've got an ice pack that's not very cold anymore, that I was using to put around on my head and neck to help with the nausea and like the hot flushes that I get when I'm being sick. The last thing that I want to show you guys is my drainage bag. Hey guys, so I promise you it's the same day, well, the same morning that I showed you guys the aftermath in the bathroom last night. But the last thing before I end this day in the life video that I wanted to show you guys was the drainage bags and what they look like and what they do and why I use them. I've got two bags here. This is what they look like. This is how they come in their packages. I use the Enfit drainage bags. This is a 500ml. It says on the back there, 500ml. And this one is 250 mils. And why I use them is so I don't have to stand over the toilet and keep draining and draining and draining. I can pop on a bag and go about my day without having to worry that I'm gonna vomit, because it just, every time my body produces bile, it will drain it. Like, so I won't have to go and, oh, where's the nearest toilet, and make a mad dash to the toilet. I'm gonna show you guys how I put one on. I'm just gonna put the smaller one at the moment, because I don't need the bigger one right now. You've also got to think about how heavy that is, and that's pulling at your stoma. Stoma is basically the opening that's inside you, basically. So the hole that my tube goes into, which is there, you guys can see it, that is the stoma. I don't know why I'm doing this. But you get your tube, and we're going to twist off this little like safety cap, and you twist your tube on. And then I'm going to put this little clamp at the very top of the top of the opening, and then we're going to clamp it off so the liquid won't start running out. Otherwise, if you don't clamp it and you put it on, it's just going to go gush and go all over the bedding or the floor or whatever. So then we're going to connect it to the G side, which is this side here. So that's the stomach side. There's two openings, the stomach and the jejunal, which is the intestines. So we're just going to connect it to the stomach side, and then as you can see, stuff's started to pour out. And that noise is air, so any trapped air, that's what that noise is. So then basically, so what you do, you just put your shirt down, and you go about your day. As you can see, it's dangling. You can obviously tuck it in, but when I'm around my own house, you know, my family know, they're not bothered about it. But when I'm in public, I will tuck it in. So yeah, that's the drainage bag. As you can see, there's a little bit of bile mixed with some Coke. I had a few sips of Coke just before. So yeah, guys, I really think, as far as I can go, you know, I can't really think of anything else, and it is a day in their life. So if I do more day in the life videos like on the subject of gastroparesis, it will just be based off that day. So things that you see in this video don't necessarily mean that I do it every day, but obviously on the day that I'm filming this today, or tomorrow's, or yesterday / today, these are the things that I've needed to do. So yeah. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you again, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring this video. Go check them out in the description, guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in my next video.